Hey everybody, welcome to What Culture Gaming. I'm Scott, joined by Andy.
Hi nerds.
Adam Cleary.
Hello, also nerds.
As some of the people who play Fortnite the most regular in the office and who watched the reveal trailer for Season 5 with a mix of reactions, mostly positive, but we'll start to sort of break it down. But yes, let me get some initial thoughts after all this teasing.
This is quite a monumental moment in gaming for me. They've done something which no one's ever done before, and I am quite excited to see what happens with it.
Yes,
I have cancelled my plans for this evening because I'm going to play Fortnite.
Tempered positivity for me, I think. Like, I wasn't expecting a grand overhaul. That's not technically what Fortnite does with these things.
But it could have done.
They could have done, but you know, like, they don't have any real pressing need to. I think the game is so popular, it makes them so much money for a free-to-play game that these small minor adjustments are fine with me, and I like the idea of all the things we're about to dive into.
I'm just gonna say, I know there's gonna be the mix of reaction, as we've already seen in the office, is gonna be people who are like, "Oh, this is cool and interesting." But they could have done something so much more grand than this. I think at this stage, I don't think we've. I would stake my reputation, whatever that is, on this only being the start of it, and it will eventually be a sweeping change. They're just not doing it in one go.
So, just for a second, let me break down exactly what happened. So we had the missile launch into the sky. That was like last month or whatever.
I saw that. I was working.
Yeah, you were actually part of one of the matches where it happened.
I couldn't believe it.
And so that like sent a whole bunch of like shards across the sky, and it was like, you know, millions of people saw this thing kind of happen, and then they started putting out like more shards. They got bigger. There was rifts in the sky, and it was like, oh my god, what does it all mean? And then they released a reveal trailer this morning, which kind of revealed that the rifts are actually rifts in space and time, and they bring things across from other worlds. So the biggest change is that in the bottom right of the map, it's now got this whole like sandy kind of deserty thing going on, which is very similar to what PUBG did. Their second map was a whole sand desert thing as well.
Sandy boy.
Never
wouldn't know. No one plays that.
But
the bottom of Fortnite now has this complete change in terms of the general look of it. So that's their biggest change, which taps into what you're on about in terms of going forward. Maybe more of the map will start to change. But in regards to, like, as well as what you said, I thought this was going to be this massive overhaul, something huge. Because,
well, it might be.
But it's not right now, and that's a thing. Because if you're going to launch a new season, put your best foot forward. This doesn't feel like their best foot.
Well, no, because it's a season, though. You don't. If you're having a season on television, you don't do everything in the first episode.
You do have a hell of a pilot, though.
Yes, I think this bottom right corner is a good little pilot.
It is a nice little pilot. I mean, maybe. One of the other things that's part of the reveal, or part of the new update, is the ATK, the all-terrain cart.
Oh, man. Imagine the banter flying around the map with all the boys shotgunning people left, right.
Which I like. I like the idea that you can have 4 people in one vehicle, and they've made it so that if you all lean in different directions, it does different things. So if you're about to go over a jump or whatever, if you all lean, you can get more.
Like when they used to film old episodes of Star Trek. Like, I
was going to go down like a jackass. But yeah, they've got that. They've got speed boost and drift. They've actually got a race track as part of the desert thing.
Top right.
So
what about not enough? Look at all these cool things you're listing.
They're fine. They're cool. But it's like you think of like things that have happened in gaming history. It's the first time we've had like a shared event that millions of people saw, and the fact that the reveal is a little corner of the map is different is not enough.
It's just business, though, isn't it? Because if they're gonna roll this out slowly, they're gonna expand. They're gonna expand the lifetime of this current change. If they do it all at once, we'll all play it straight away. That's dead exciting. Remember what Pokemon Go did. Remember the mistake they made. They didn't do enough, and then they did too much.
Well, that's weird because they broke a fundamental function of the game. They got rid of the tracker. But that's what you were saying about like you know how much do they change? Because it's like Fortnite is known for having this one map people can know.
Yeah.
And if they end up splitting it into multiple maps, that's actually what to some degree kills it.
It's always a progressive thing with Fortnite. Little changes every couple of weeks. Little things will pop up. You know, Dusty Divot is now filled with trees. A couple of weeks ago, it just had a couple of little bits and pieces. So
it's true.
I think it's a matter of expectations. I think people who were going in expecting this big grand thing will be disappointed. Absolutely.
It's not. I'm not disappointed. I just wanted it to be as big as the general discussions were before.
I hear you.
Do you not think, from a business perspective, given it's a free game, that's too big a risk to take? I think if you overhaul the map and people don't like it, if you've gauged the change wrong and people don't like it, you've absolutely ruined your business model in one go.
It's true, but you could have easily. I mean, yes, it's a free game, but that's to undercut how much money it's making. Like, I mean, that's like it's like $47 million.
No. But what I mean, the reason they've got a steady revenue stream, which no games tend to do. You have your initial purchase, and that's it usually. What they've got is a steady revenue stream because so many people are playing it and constantly enjoying it. If you make one big sweeping change, that stream goes.
Oh, I'm not saying they should have got rid of the map everyone knows and loves. I just think they should have done multiple maps, or they should have done something that's more than just a tiny sliver in the corner.
Maybe they will.
Maybe they will.
Yeah,
it's
you
just,
never
it's
know.
just, it's a strange way to capitalize on the amount of hype and discussions that were going on. But the changes that are there are fun. Another thing that comes in the way that you play is the rifts themselves. Apparently, there's gonna be rifts on the map that you can jump into and warp to different parts of the map. That's only been talked about, so like we'll see as to whether it's real or not. Because right now we haven't played it yet. We're just sort of reacting.
Yeah, we're
to
at
the trailer.
work, annoyingly.
Yeah, we've got to go through this work
Sitting
day.
watching some nerd playing on a stream.
And that can be us, but not for another few hours. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like the launching a new season, this seems to be the most hype there's ever been around a new Fortnite season, and at least got all of us talking anyway. Either way, let us know what you think down in the comments below. I've been Scott from whatculture.com.
I've not been Scott from whatculture.com.
Everyone knows who I am. I'm big time. There's the comments, by the way.
And we'll catch
What a
you
willy.
later. Goodbye.